Peter Feldman, DataGryd Data Centers.
Yes.
You've got a fabulous building in New York that's really historic and upgraded to current use.
Correct.
But now you're at a stage where you kind of, you from the discussions we've got, it could be confusing as to who your customers and who your partners are.
Right.
There.
So when we designed the space a few years ago, I took into account that we would need high power and high cooling, but in a space that has been almost 100 years old now. Mm-hmm. However, the building itself is the main network hub of the United States and the East Coast, and the connectivity is still there and continues to grow. And so how do you take the connectivity that comes in literally globally and across the United States and maximize that and make it new for future proof and future use? So that was the design and engineering. In terms of serving the customers, I'm a wholesale provider, but a lot of the customers that could be considered competitors are actually my customers, and I have to design and sell the space in a way that my customers can also make money and serve the upcoming industry and as industries shifted. So as cloud computing, as I'm speaking about today, has come online, people say, well, I'm a cloud services provider, which of course is kind of nebulous to a lot of people, but to a lot of the companies, let's say like Telehouse or CenturyLink or these others who are providing cloud services, besides the network, they're also providing carrier service and colocation with this space. So in order for me to partner with these people, but also to get them as customers, because I don't deal with the smaller customers, I only deal with the large enterprise users or people like that, is to have a space that they can lease from me, but also a space that they can make money in their core services. So for instance, there's certain markets, since I'm in Manhattan, that a lot of customers would like to be at, but they just don't have the footprint or don't even have access to be able to get to that footprint. So they want to be able to partner with me, sell that space as their own, but provide their cloud services, their network services, their carriers, all these things that we don't do. We're strictly a space and power company that does the engineering. I'm sort of like your super, but we're monitoring this, but in Manhattan, taking care of all the, let's say, challenges that New York City has out of the picture, but is able to charge a premium for their services in Manhattan. For instance, you're seeing an evolution of cloud computing where people want to have cloud, hybrid cloud, or private cloud, which means is that they want to be able to sell their cloud services in their computers within the city, that customers can actually get access to the hardware if it's their own, as they lease space from one of these large cloud providers. And the only way to do that is if they can have direct connectivity to the large enterprises, and you can get that through a highly connected building infrastructure, which we provide, but we don't. You can have access to these networks, but we don't charge for that, so it's not an additional cost. The companies that rent from me provide those services, and they can profit from that and also help their customers have redundant networks in a hybrid or private cloud market, as well as strictly wholesale.
It's a unique situation,
yes.
Isn't it?
And I designed it that way because I knew that I can't really compete with the larger markets out there, and so I can scale back, my operating expenses by only providing sort of the hard engineering and the hard meat and potatoes, bricks and mortar portion of this, and then upgrade it as they need it. The systems in place, putting in infrastructure, but not providing those services which the customers highly profit from.
Yeah, it's one of the most interesting data centers.
So we're not double dipping.
Great stuff.
Yeah.